Commission meeting will call to order. It's February 29, 2024, and it is 3:01. And we do have a quorum here, so. Do we have anybody else on the phone besides Michael LeMay? Okay, Michael, are you able to hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, first of all, we'll approve the agenda. Is there any changes to the agenda, Mr. Josephson?
Commissioners, Chairman Franchuk, I have no changes to the agenda.
Okay, I'll look for a motion to approve then.
So moved.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Okay. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carried. Next, we have the minutes from our last meeting was February. It's got the wrong date on it, isn't it? We got the. What, the last meeting was when? November 30th, okay. Okay, the minutes then for November 30th. Is there any corrections to the minutes? Right,
My last name's spelled wrong in case you want to change that.
okay. Okay. Anything else, or? I'll look for a motion to approve then of those two corrections.
I'll move to approve the minutes with the two corrections.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A second, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have a public hearing for an RZ 01-20 for Gene Prouse requesting rezoning from agricultural rural residential on a property located in the southwest quarter of the northwest quarter of Section 30, Township 139 North, Range 97 West, containing approximately 5 acres. Okay. And Mr. Prouse, could you just step up and state your name and just kind of state what you have planned for this, or?
Okay, Gene Prouse. Yes, that's what I'm requesting up there. I have a home that we put out there. It's completely remodeled and so forth, and it's a real nice home. It was meant to be on 40 acres, and we tried to sell it with 40 acres, and we have a problem with lenders not wanting to give the money for a 40-acre farmstead. The lenders only want to give funds for like a rural residential. So that's why we're requesting this. I have somebody that is willing to purchase it at this time, but they will only allow 5 acres for their clients. There is additional acreage still available on that plot for them to get up to the 40 acres down the road. But at this point, I need the rezoning to the 5 acres because that's what they're gonna be able to get a loan for.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Prouse?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've been by that property. It looks like you're developing or you got potential plans to do other housing development there.
I was gonna do 3 40-acre little spots there.
Okay, my question, I guess, would it be something that would be more efficient if you were to put the zoning plan together on multiple units rather than have to come in individually on every one of them?
Well, if they were to remain at 40-acre plots, there is no rezoning.
And you wanted to stay with the 40 acre plots?
On those other ones, yes, that's the plan. The second home that's there right now, that is plotted at 40 acres already.
Okay.
And this one is on 96 acres right now. The one that we're talking about, it's on a 96-acre piece of ground, but I need to get it down to 5 in order for it to work for these people to purchase it.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Not that I'm going to open the public hearing if there's anybody who wants to speak for or against this request. Anyone for the public, any comment on for or against this request? Anybody for the public have any comment on this request? Hearing none, I'm going to close the public hearing then. Mr. Joseph, do you have recommendations on this?
Yes, thank you, Commissioners, Chairman Franchuk, Steve Josephson, County Planner. And as you have before you a request to rezone a piece of property to to rural residential. It's a 5-acre piece. It's located generally in the South Hart area. It's south of South Hart. Staff recommends approval, subject to the findings in the staff report. We have received no comments from the public, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for Mr. Joseph? If not, I'll look for a motion.
I just wanted to add, I'm sorry, I just wanted to add one thing very quickly, which is the zoning will become effective as soon as a survey is recorded. After the county commission, the county commission approves it and a survey is recorded, then the zoning becomes effective.
Okay.
The survey has been done. It's just not been recorded.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the Stark County Planning and Zoning Commission approve RZ 0124, the application RZ 0124 for Gene Prouse rezoning from agricultural to rural residential in the parcel located in Township 139 North, Range 97 West, Section 30, the southwest northwest quarter.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second?
I have a second. Any other discussion? If not, then roll call vote. Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Sobeluk,
Aye.
Commissioner Freilich,
Aye.
Commissioner Richards,
Aye.
Commissioner Lemay,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Motion carries. Then this will go before the county commission meeting, which is next week on the 5th. So,
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
You have any questions?
I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, is there anything else on the agenda then, Steve?
Just going to go to planner items, and I'll try to get through this quickly.
Okay.
The first thing is, just wanted to announce this is our first Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on Zoom. So, which I think it's coming at a good time considering that the comprehensive plan is being developed and there's going to be part of what the consultants are going to do is they're going to hold a workshop with the Planning and Zoning Commission and then public hearing after that. And I think having Zoom will have the ability, if people want to participate and they can't all fit into this room or they're not able to come down here, it'll give them an opportunity to hear what's said and participate. The second thing I wanted to mention was we had a commissioner who'd been here for a number of years, Deneen Dressler, who just chose not to have her term renewed. And I just wanted to ask if the Planning and Zoning Commission would be okay with sending a letter of thank you to Ms. Dressler. Many of the people who serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission are volunteers, and it takes up a significant amount of time. And I always think volunteers should get recognized, even if it's just a letter. I think that's important to people.
Yes, Chairman, I think that'd be most appropriate.
Right.
She's put a lot of time into this
Right.
program.
Also, I want to welcome Mr. Lemay to our commission too. I guess I should have did that at the beginning, but welcome too. These have been newly elected and re-elected was Mr. Richard and Freilich too were re-elected, so.
Okay. Well, if you all are fine with that, I can draft a letter for the chair's signature.
Right, that'd work.
Okay, thanks. And then the last thing was the Technical Advisory Committee for the Comprehensive Plan met last week. And the items of discussion, they had presented draft goals, objectives, and policies, and also a draft future land use map, among other things. Overall, I think the meeting was well attended, and there were some good discussions. There are two of the P&Z commissioners who sit on that advisory committee are here today, and I was just wondering if they had anything that they wanted to discuss or add about the Technical Advisory Committee meeting.
You want to go first?
Go ahead.
Excuse me. No, I thought the individuals did a nice job of presentation. There was some questions that the advisory committee had about what they did present. I think there was some clarifications that were brought forth from within the advisory back to the SRF, if I got it correctly. So hoping to see now how they make those adjustments from those recommendations from the advisory committee.
Yeah, I would agree and that was well attended, and I appreciate that. I mean, they're all volunteers, but we've had really good participation thus far in the process. It is kind of a slow, painstaking process, I'll say, but we'll get there. And like I said, I think we're well on track to getting this done fairly soon. So look forward to completing it.
Right, and this is just tentative. You might want to mark your calendars or circle that date and the dates in pencil. There will be plans to hold another, public outreach meeting. I don't recall the date for that, but we had talked about them holding a workshop with the Planning and Zoning Commission on May the 30th, and then having a public hearing on June the 37th. And if the Planning and Zoning Commission recommends approval, going to the county commission. Now, this is their timetable, which of course can be adjusted based upon input and so on. But that's what we were talking about as a tentative schedule for finishing up and having meetings and hearings afterwards.
Mr. Josephson, can you restate your potential June meeting date?
Yes, they were looking at, I believe it was, here, let me pull that up again. I'm sorry, okay. The May one would be the 30th. The public hearing potentially on the 27th of June,
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
and that's it. But yeah, I'd say I'm happy with the progress. I think they're turning out a good product, and I'm going to see if there's anything that they can put on, that they can send us to put on the drafts, that they can put on the county's webpage. We really need to talk about this and get this out here as much as possible, so that so that people are aware, or at least decision makers are aware of the work that's been done so far.
Mr. Joseph, are we planning to have a public comment period on our product eventually?
There will be. I forget the date, but there is going to be a period, and then they're also going to have a general community meeting.
Okay.
Instead of having the 3 meetings like they did before, this would be one community meeting. Probably, well, if I were to pick a venue, I think I'd pick the Dakota Room again.
Okay, anything else? If not, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.